If you're considering booking a cruise on Royal Caribbean and are thinking about staying in a suite, then we've got the video for you.
In this video, we're going to share our experiences on Anthem of the Seas in Sky Class.
Let's watch.
If staying in a Sky Class suite and above, you are entitled to flexible boarding time. However, in Southampton, we didn't need that, as we were able to walk straight onto the ship. It took all of 5 minutes.
This was the quickest embarkation we'd ever had anywhere on any cruise ship in any class of cabin, but it was, as Beth said, just down to luck. It was nothing to do with our early embarkation.
If you've not seen our embarkation video, we'll drop a link in the description below.
And if you'd like to know more about our Sky Class experience in detail, we've vlogged our entire cruise, so subscribe to Traveling with Teens, look back at our older videos, and look forward to our upcoming videos.
We hadn't been on board very long at all before we decided that we wanted to go check out the Concierge Lounge.
Here we are at the Concierge.
On the Anthem, the Concierge Lounge is located on deck 12 aft, and you will find the concierge desk here with the wonderful Corrine. Her hours were 8 till 11:30 in the morning and 4:30 p.m. till 8 p.m. But you could always email her or call if there was anything you needed outside of those hours.
We get free stuff, so let's see what we get.
Yes, you do get a lot of free stuff in the Concierge Lounge. Well, it's not really free, you do pay for it, but paper cups or mugs, and you can get wonderful coffee, espresso, cappuccino, cafe latte, all ground fresh right there in front of you. You can take it in while you look at the fantastic views of the aft of the ship or on your suite balcony. There's also a variety of teas and...
We get free stuff, so let's see what we get.
First thing in the morning, you can find some light breakfast items here, fruit, pastries, bagels, that kind of thing. It's a lot quieter than the other restaurants, so it's nice if you don't fancy much to eat. Later in the day it changes and you get nice little petit four and hors d'oeuvres that you can have. Here's an example of some of them.
Beth just said it's not just Sky Class and... what's the other class? Star Class. But Pinnacle guests can use the lounge as well during this happy hour. Everything's included.
And when we say included, we mean everything. Cocktails, mocktails, beers, wine, you name it, and obviously the food. So from breakfast all the way till dinner, there's even cookies in the middle of the day. You can sit and enjoy the view in the Concierge Lounge and just take it all in while you stuff your face.
We get free stuff, so let's see what we get.
Oh yeah, water was free too. Bottled water you could take back to your room.
We used this lounge a lot more than we ever thought we would, and it was a real highlight of the suite experience for us. We stayed in stateroom 8636 on deck 8, and it was a perfect location for us. We're really happy with it.
This is a one-bedroom grand suite. Although this is not technically 2 rooms, you could separate them by a curtain at night, which is what we did.
And these coffees, these Lavazza coffees, here in the suite, with the little pods, like espresso pods. Oh, beautiful. Here you are, madam.
Oh, thank you. What lovely service we
Look at the design I made in the top of it.
What's that?
It's a love
like
splodge. It's a love splodge.
Because the grand suite size, it's actually a double width balcony, so there's enough room for 2 sun loungers and 2 other chairs with a table. Back in the cabin where we had the best internet we've ever had at sea, but more on that later.
The bathroom was absolutely massive, the largest bathroom we've ever had on any ship ever. And it had a bath, 2 sinks, obviously a toilet, and doors, 2 different doors, one going into the sleeping area and one going into the living area. So we essentially had a bathroom door each.
It did mean that sometimes people would lock both doors when they're in there and then only unlock one of them on the way out, meaning that you were locked out from the other side, but oh well.
We ended up having the main bed separated into twin beds for the boys, and we slept on the sofa bed in the living area, which was fantastic. It was really big and it felt like a proper bed when it was out. And we were delighted that Royal Caribbean still have towel animals. Look at this for cuteness.
Still not sure what this animal is supposed to be. If you know, let us know in the comments.
Right, we've just come back to find robes
Is
on
it
our
meant to be
bed.
like that?
No, it wasn't.
Crown and Anchor Society robes. But these robes, I was asking about these robes. Like, I'd heard that we get robes. Oh, they're nice and soft.
Different
Thick.
houses.
Yes.
But robes and towel animals aren't the only perk of staying in a suite.
We're actually going to order room service chocolate cake. Now, room service is free for suite guests. There's no extra charge. You do have to tip, or you should tip, your crew member that comes and brings you your dessert or your food from room service, which we're going to do, obviously. But it's absolutely free for suite guests, so we're going to have some chocolate cake. Oh,
All good. Towel animal,
oh,
chocolate cake,
that one's on its side.
chocolate cake, towel animal, cozy pillow.
It's a Philly cheesesteak, and it's nice.
It looks like a seagull had an accident.
Wait, it says she sick as in a hot dog.
Burger.
Apparently that's Wagyu.
A Wagyu burger?
Yeah.
That's what it says on the
It
menu.
says Wagyu burger. You got your baby.
That's a nice one.
You got a baby's lunch.
No,
And
no.
Oh.
The sun deck for suite guests is another perk that you can enjoy if you are Sky Class and above. This is also accessible for Pinnacle members.
The suite deck was the only place on the ship where we had spotty Wi-Fi. The rest of the ship was amazing. Suite guests get Voom internet for however many people are in the cabin, 1 device per person.
This was a much quieter area than the main sun decks, and the sun lounges are padded, much more comfortable than the ones on the lower decks. However, it did still get busy and we weren't able to get a lounger every time we wanted one.
Another one of the really great benefits of using the suite sun deck is the towel situation. You don't have to put down a deposit for a towel. You can just take a towel and use it, and it's an honor system that you'll give it back. Much nicer. The suite deck on the Anthem of the Seas was open 24 hours, so you could see it all different times of day and night.
We even went up here to watch the pool party and sail away as we left Ibiza at about 11 o'clock at night. It was really good.
So the reason we're cruising in a suite, which is something we don't do very often, is that the kids were free. We just paid the taxes. So we managed to stay in a suite for 14 nights, just paying for myself and Tony. So it was a huge steal for us.
Yeah, that's right. This is a real treat. This is a real treat for us.
But a treat we weren't expecting was an event that Karine arranged for us towards the end of our cruise, which was a bridge visit. While we were allowed to take photos on the bridge, we were not allowed to film, so please enjoy some photos from our bridge tour.
The bridge tour was quite an unexpected perk for us, but one of the expected ones that we knew about was during the shows, such as We Will Rock You.
So when you are Sky Class, you can come in and sit in this reserved section, which is fantastic. Also, we came about 40 minutes before showtime to get these seats. It's filling up fast. So as you can see, it's full on this side and full downstairs, but here in the middle there's loads of seats because they're holding them until 10 minutes before for Sky Class and Star Class and Suite and Pinnacle passengers.
We Will Rock You was every bit as good as we hoped it would be. The other thing which was as good as we hoped it would be was Coastal Kitchen, the suite-only restaurant. I would say we ate in Coastal Kitchen for about 95% of our meals on board the ship, for breakfast, lunch and dinner. While the breakfast menu was always the same, there was lots of variety to be had, and you could mix and match things in. For example, we had eggs Benedict and replaced the bacon for salmon.
So my personal favorite for breakfast was the French toast. Not just the French toast, but the caramelized banana on the side. One of my favorite breakfasts on board. We didn't do lunch in Coastal Kitchen every day, as a lot of times we were in port, but it was a full 3-course meal.
It's so good. It's really nice soup. In the evening, it's possible to eat in Coastal Kitchen if you're in C class, so a junior suite guest, if there is space available, and the food was exceptional. We had filet mignon our first evening, and as the menu repeated after a week, we were lucky enough to have it twice.
Sometimes, every now and then, I chose wrong. As you can see here for my starter, it wasn't always the greatest thing ever, but that was particularly bad, that one. But on the whole, it was just down to personal preference and what you actually order. This lobster tail starter was the best thing we had. If you're playing the home game, this is rare. This is medium rare. And this is mooing. It wasn't just the starter and entree menu that repeated, the dessert menu repeated as well, but we weren't complaining.
Is it boring to have the same thing again?
Yes, but never mind.
Royal cheesecake it is?
Can I have cheesecake, please?
Overall, we can't really compare the quality of food in Coastal Kitchen to that of the normal main dining room because we didn't eat in the main dining room on this cruise. But what we can say is that the staff were second to none.
This is Rochelle.
Rochelle, she's the best person on board.
Our favourite
She's our
crew member.
favourite crew member. The boys think she's amazing. She's always smiling. She's an asset to Royal Caribbean. They're very lucky to have her.
And she loves Taylor Swift.
We adored the staff serving in Coastal Kitchen, possibly the best service we've had on any ship. Vickers was amazing, Rochelle, all of them. They were incredible. They're an asset to Royal Caribbean. In fact, I think we'd both agree that it was the staff that made our Sky Class experience the magic that it was.
Yeah, other restaurant staff like Princely and Edwin, our stateroom attendant, Marilyn, all of them really made our cruise what it was, and they deserve all the praise in the world. But at the end of every cruise, it's always time to go home at some point. Debarkation for suite guests, in our experience, with something like this.
You literally just walk off the ship. You are let off the ship at any time you like by your concierge.
But you do meet your concierge before, who escorts you off. Also, your luggage is the very first section you come to. So you come off the ship with your concierge, grab your luggage, and you're gone.
If you want more detail on the Sky Class experience, you can see the vlogs of our entire cruise on this channel, Traveling with Teens.
And if you haven't already, don't forget to click the notification bell and subscribe to our channel so you don't miss any more of our future cruise content. We've got lots of great things coming up.
See you next week.